it's me, Amina. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're a new viewer. Today, I will take you to the famous digital art museum in Tokyo, Japan called TeamLab Borderless. I will show you all of the art sections in TeamLab Borderless and more, so make sure you watch this video till the end. We have just got off the station and we are walking to Venus Fort. To get to the TeamLab Borderless, all you need to do is follow the signs that are almost everywhere. The entrance to the TeamLab Borderless Museum is right next to this colorful Ferris wheel. We have just walked into the TeamLab Borderless Museum. After you get through the gate, you will have to watch this screen to learn the general rules of this museum. After you finish watching the screen, we are now able to proceed to the museum. The first section we are heading to is the Forest of Flowers and People, also known as Flower Forest. The Flower Forest is one of the biggest exhibits in this museum. The Flower Forest has multiple different types of flowers blossom everywhere. You can even interact with these flowers, like for example, if you touch some flowers on the walls or step on them, they will often shed petals. This Mori Building Digital Art Museum is unlike any museum that you have ever seen. This 10,000 square meter space uses 520 computers and 470 projectors to create an experience that will stimulate all 5 senses. Inside the flower forest, there are multiple small rooms where you can find this unique moving pictures. In this museum, you just let your imagination and curiosity wander. Let's now take a quick look around the flower forest. Now we're walking into a new art section called Universe of Water Particles on a Rock Where People Gather. Water flowing from every area inside the museum gather in this art section and form a beautiful waterfall. The digital waterfall goes all the way to the rock and ground. Even inside this waterfall art section, there are a bunch of digital backgrounds that you can interact with. You can also interact with the waterfall itself. This waterfall area is the most popular place to take pictures. This museum in general has stunning installations for the perfect aesthetic photos. On the opposite side of the same room is also an art installation called Born from the Darkness, A Loving and Beautiful World. In this art installation, there are many Chinese symbols falling down the wall, and when you touch or interact with the symbol, it starts to shrink and disappear. We are now heading to a different art section which is on the second floor of this museum. The name of this art installation is Forest of Resonating Lamps. This room is filled with colorful lamps that change their color from time to time. This installation is also perfect for taking photos, but I would avoid wearing a skirt in this installation because the walls and floors are made of mirrors. For this art installation, you have to wait in line to get in, and you can stay here for about 2 to 3 minutes. But if you want to see this art again, you have to wait in line, but due to the pandemic COVID-19, there are barely any people here, so it's not that long of a line. We are now moving on to the next installation, which is called Crystal World. This entire area is filled with small LED lights that are hanging from the ceiling. Each light cooperates with the other LED lights to create a surprising picture. This installation is also made up of mirror walls and floors, so avoid wearing skirts in general. The crystal world reminds me of the art installation in TeamLab Planets called the Infinite Crystal Universe. I even made a video about TeamLab Planets last year. Check it out, link in the description box below. I also took multiple pictures in the crystal world. Now we are in this art section where you're surrounded by projection on all sides. It's sometimes hard to see due to the projection going too fast, but it is still enjoyable to watch. This art section is called Crows Are Chased, and the chasing crows are destined to be chased as well. In this projection, you will see the crows flying and creating a colorful path of light while chasing one another. In the end, the crows crash into each other and turn into flowers. They also have another projection with a horde of vibrant butterflies flying around. And then they have a projection of the birds and butterflies together. Moving to our next brilliant art installation called Peace Can Be Realized Even Without Order. This installation consists of multiple hologram figures dancing, singing, and playing different types of instruments. These holograms can also imitate your own moves if you come close to the figures. This artwork is sometimes hard to see, so you will have to come close to the figures to see them well. This installation artwork that we are walking into is known as black waves. The design and atmosphere of the waves is formed into a very Japanese-like style. There used to be beanbags in this art installation, but they have removed them due to COVID-19. This artwork is also a good place to take mesmerizing photos. In all of the TeamLab Borderless art installations, you are able to immerse your body into the art. You are able to discover, wander around, and create a whole new world. So many astonishing artworks to keep track of. This art section is named Memory of Topography. This artwork refers to the rural mountain landscape of the Japanese countryside. On the surface of this field, you will see the projection art of flowers and plants being blown by the countryside wind. I'm pretty sure this art installation also imitates the Japanese countryside season, because 1 minute the projection reminds you of fall where all the leaves are falling down, and the next minute you're in the rainy field with grass surrounding you. Now we're going to the athletics forest, which is also located on the second floor of the museum, and in the athletics forest there are 7 different art installations. But for now, we're going inside this tea house that is located next to the athletics forest. Finally, after all the walking and playing, you can enjoy some delicious and fresh green tea at the Tea House. We are now walking inside the Tea House. TeamLab Borderless was serious when they said that this is a museum of all 5 senses. For today, I got some yuzu green tea and now they're pouring it into my special cup. You may ask yourself, what's so special about drinking green tea at this tea house? Well, ladies and gentlemen, because it does that. In this tea house, the green tea that you order projects flowers blooming on top of your tea. So, in this tea house, you get to enjoy watching digital flowers bloom and shed petals in your cup. Their petals scatter when interacted with human touch or moving the tea in a different direction. Here is an example of what happens when you move your green tea. We have just finished our yummy digital flower green tea, so now we are moving on to explore more of TeamLab Borderless by starting with the athletics forest. We are in the art installation called the Weightless Forest of Resonating Life. There are many balloons floating around or on the ground, and when you touch or interact with these balloons, they will change their color. Or sometimes the balloons just cooperate together in changing colors to create a rainbow. Now we're climbing in this art installation which is called aerial climbing through a flock of colorful birds. We are climbing through this area with hanging ball-shaped things that are connected to one another. This climbing activity is so fun but can sometimes make people feel dizzy, so be cautious. In the athletic forest, in order to engage with the art, you have to do physical activities like these. This installation is called Multi-Jumping Universe. It is like a big galaxy trampoline that you can participate in. This trampoline is special because when you jump and land on the trampoline, it will attract the stardust from the jumping universe, which creates a new star. So, in order to quote-unquote win in this activity, you have to jump as much as you can to create a new star, which later on transforms into a black hole. If you are the first to create the black hole, you win. Finally, moving on to the next art installation is this activity named the sliding through the fruit field. This physical activity is this fruity field slide, and as you slide down, you are interacting with the projecting fruit field. Who knew that in the athletic forest, drawing would fall into the category? This art section is literally designed by the visitors who visit TeamLab Borderless. This place is called Sketch Aquarium, and visitors get to create their own sea creature, give their drawing to the staff, then they will scan your drawing and it will appear right away on the aquarium. This art exhibit is perfect for kids and people who enjoy drawing. What I really adore about this art installation is that the viewers get to create the art. Even I decided to turn my creative art brain on and draw a picture of a peculiar clown octopus with even all the red clown makeup and hair. Now I just handed the staff my beautiful drawing and now they're scanning it. In a few seconds, it will appear on the aquarium, and there it is. Now we are in the middle of the athletic forest, and this art section is called Graffiti Nature. This area is a type of small hill and slope area with art literally surrounding every step you take. There is water flowing down from the poles, and the water goes inside the hill. If you'd like, you can even stop the water by interacting with it by your feet, like stepping on it. The Graffiti Nature art section has so many different types of art squished into one. Like, take a look at this ginormous projecting whale. That is so stunning. Something that really amused me in the Graffiti Nature is that you can step on these lizards and they kind of die by having their color splash all over the ground. Fun fact is that the lizards that I was stepping on is also made by the visitors of TeamLab Borderless. Sadly, our adventure is now coming to an end. I had so much fun at TeamLab Borderless, and I hope you did too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn the post notifications on to be notified every time I post a new video. Also, check out my YouTube channel to see more videos like these. Hope you guys have a nice day, and bye!